hearts, because this is the Lord's doing. And it is marvelous in our eyes. I don't need anybody else's opinion. I don't need anybody to tell me how good I look or how wonderful I am. Why? Because when I look at myself, I see myself as a marvelous work of the Lord. This is the Lord's doing, and it is marvelous in our eyes. Some of us during this season are going to try to determine who we are based on the presents that are under our tree. We're going to try to have somebody else define us, because if they don't get us what we want, we don't think that they love us enough. We don't think that they care about us enough. But on Christmas morning, you ought to wake up and look in the mirror, look at yourself with no gift or a gift or whatever you have, and say, this is the Lord's doing. It is marvelous in our eyes. Okay, let me tell you the story, and then I will be out your way. I won't hold you long, but I want you to understand why this is a wonderful proclamation of praise. Because in this particular writing, this writing, something was happening that made them excited about God. Okay, what was it? Well, in order to capture it, you would have to go back to the book of Ezra and the book of Nehemiah. You see, what God does is that God does all things well. Whenever God has a task that he knows is so large, he kind of rations it out or section it out, so different people have different things and different responsibilities. All right, let me go back a little further. I thought I could start there, but maybe I need to go back a little further. I don't care how great you are, how wonderful you are. God has a responsibility for you, and in order for you to work within the will of God, you have to do your own responsibility. Okay, I can't start there. Let me go back a little further. The reason why things get so messed up in the house of God is everybody trying to do everything but what God has called them to do. And they're trying to operate in everybody's lane but they own. It's dangerous when you go to the bowling alley. It's the reason why they put gutters on each side of your lane, because you cannot cross over. It's a problem if you... It's going to go to somebody else. If you don't believe me, go to the bowling alley, bowl in somebody else's lane, and stand there and wait in your lane for your ball. It's not coming back. It's going to come back on the other side, because that... Right. Now maybe you figuring it out. Here it is. Ezra and Zerubbabel were charged in the rebuilding of the temple of God, while Nehemiah was responsible for building the walls and the gates up. Okay. Now, if Nehemiah would not have built the walls and the gates up, then the temple that Ezra and Zerubbabel built would not have been safe. Right. But now, if Nehemiah would have built the walls, and Ezra, and I'm going somewhere, y'all, and Zerubbabel had not done their part in building the temple, then God would not have gotten the praise that he so deserved. So it required that all do their part in order for the blessings of God to come down. You want to be a blessed church? It's very simple. You do what you're supposed to do. Quit worrying about everybody else. You do your job. If you do your job, I guarantee you God will bless this place. Okay, all right, here it is. So what happened? What happened? When they got to the places to build, God had told them to build. But when they got to the place, it was not conducive to building. It was a mess. It was rubbish piled on top of rubbish. It was destroyed. It was torn down. No stone left unturned. The walls had come down. The temple was down. Houses were down. Wood everywhere. Rubbish on top of rubbish. It's nasty. But God had told them that they had a job to do. They had to build. Well, you have to know the story. The Bible says that the rubbish could have hindered them. Nevertheless, they decided to search through the rubbish.
All right.
I gotta take the hell off.
Okay, I was trying not to preach today. Okay, here it is. The rubbish, the mess, looked unbuildable. But God had given them a task to build. And in order to build, they had to search through the mess to find something useful to build upon. Oh, I wish I could. I see sometimes when you prepare for a message, you get so excited that you might, okay, let me help you out now. See, the mess that was us. Folk had given up on us. Folk had turned their back on us. But God knew that it was something on the inside of each and every one of us. That if you take the time to, I might not be as handsome as you think I ought to be. I might not be as sexy as you're looking for. But if you sit down and take the time to get to know me, you'll find out there's something on the inside of me that I wish I had some people in here that understood that it might not be the outer package that God is dependent on, but He's placed something on the inside of each and every one of you that He can build on. I know what they said. I know the rumors about you. I know what they said about you. Nevertheless, God has put something on the inside of you that if you just take long enough to sift through the mess on the outside, you'll find something that you can build upon. The reason why it's dangerous to take a package by the outward appearance is because you might open the package and find that there is nothing on the inside of the package. I don't know about you, but there are some boxes that my mother used to put under the tree to make the tree look full. And we used to get excited because the tree, it was full everywhere. We would run and rip into the boxes with excitement. The ones with the pretty paper, the ones that were bigger, the ones that had the elaborate bows, because we knew that was the expensive gift. And after we ripped open the box and tore the top open of the box, we found there was nothing in the box. And my mother said, not all good things come in the best looking packages. Sometimes you got to be willing to look through some mess in order to get the best out of them. This is what happened. Y'all sit down. Y'all sit down. See, this is what happened. See. The rubbish was there. And they looked through the rubbish. And when they looked through the rubbish, the Bible says that they found a stone. And when they found the stone, they got excited. Because the builders had rejected and looked over this stone. But they realized that this was the key to the entire building. Let me talk a little. Can I go back to my past? I grew up as a construction fella, and I always noticed that when my brothers them got ready to lay blocks, that they always laid a corner first. And I couldn't understand. I was like, why? Y'all can lay a house in a day. Why would you just lay a corner first? And they said, brethren, this is the most important corner in the building, because this corner is going to dictate how the rest of the building is going to stand, is going to look. Watch this now. Because what they did was they took what we call a plumb line. And the plumb line they hooked up to the corner of the building. And the plumb